Hey guys, it's Brad. Welcome to Torrita di Siena. I picked this town, number one, because it's only about 10 minutes from my house in Montepulciano, so it only cost me about €1 to get here in gas. I thought this town was a very interesting case study in what is the difference between a non-tourist town with houses for sale and houses for rent in it. There's very close by other very big tourist towns like Montepulciano, 10 minutes away, Arezzo, 30 minutes away, Cortona, 20 minutes away, Siena, 45 minutes away. There are many big tourist towns around here, but you don't have to live in a big tourist town. There's also a lot of things for sale here in Torrita di Siena, and we're going to look at two properties today. One is a house. It's an independent house. It's detached on one wall because a lot of things here are stacked up with common walls. But it's an independent house with a 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's about €90,000 asking price. Has a pretty big garden. It's on 2 levels. It's a nice house for $90,000. You can't get a junky studio apartment in Montepulciano, 10 kilometers away. I'll also be looking up a rental here, so you can get an idea of what you can rent something for in a town like this that's non-touristy. Now, I believe I've already put in a bunch of video from everything that's around the area, but I can tell you, here in the Centro Storico, where I'm standing now, there is not much. There's a bank branch, there's a coffee shop, and that is about it. Everything else you want, you're gonna have to go outside into the newer part of Torrita di Siena. And that's very different than what it's like in my town, Montepulciano, where inside the historic district, we have 60 different restaurants. There's banks. There's all sorts of shops. Why? Because we have tourists. You can hate tourists. You can hate people for putting on properties for Airbnbs because we get 1 million tourists, and they probably get a couple thousand here in a year, and we get well over 1 million in a year. But that's the kind of money that tourism brings in, and frankly, for us locals, the kind of selection that we get for being able to eat out. This town has very good bus service, so you can walk out just outside the Centro Storico here, 2 blocks, and be able to get on a bus and go to the grocery store, go to some bigger box stores. In 15 minutes, you can be in Sinalunga. So let's take a look at these different, 1 rental and 1 house for sale here in Torrita di Siena. And you get an idea of, in Tuscany, what you can get for not a lot of money in a workaday town, not a tourist town. All right, let's go take a look. So this is the house, guys. It's about a 1,000 square foot, about a 90 square meter house. It is ground floor. There's a kitchen, living room, dining room, and a full bath. Then there's an internal staircase that goes upstairs to 2 double bedrooms and a storage closet, which could be turned into another bathroom, albeit a probably small bathroom. One thing I like about the house is all the terraces outside on the upper floor. That's always nice to have. And the house also has a pretty good sized garden, about 180 square meters or about 2,000 feet of parking area and mostly stone. Here's another view. There's some greenery around it. It has a gate and secure parking. It looks like it actually doesn't even need to be painted. It looks like it's in very good shape. And for €90,000, I think you get a lot for your money. That's why I wanted to show you guys this house. And again, since it's not in the historic district, you could actually walk on the flats to other stores. But here's the problem. I never actually could find this house because in Italian real estate listings, they normally do not give the actual location of the house. Sometimes they put a pin that's 10 miles away. That's because here, other agents might try to steal their listing, so they make it very difficult to find. So keep that in mind before you get too excited about your big, beautiful house that's in Montepulciano, because it might be quite a distance from the actual Montepulciano. So the kitchen looks very nice. There's really not much you could do here. Hard to tell if it needs a good paint job, but that's a 3 or 4 hour project on a weekend, no big deal. I would change the stove myself. We love to cook. I would put in a much larger stove and oven. Other than that, it looks good. You know, the radiators aren't the newest ones I've ever seen. The floor looks like it's in very good shape. I wouldn't touch that. The large double doors looks like they took a former passageway and turned it into a very thin storage cabinet, but I would leave that too. Frankly, I wouldn't do much except maybe change the light fixture. Another view over by the window. Let me zoom in on something. That is for the security shutters. Look for stuff like that in photos. It'll help you. Maybe you missed it on the outside photos, and then you see something like that. You know that this has security shutters that pull down, which is a nice feature if you're going to be leaving for a week or two. Overall, I give this kitchen, for the price point, an A. It looks like it's in very, very good condition, and you would only have to make some minor adjustments to it. And exactly the same situation in the living room. It looks like it's in very good condition. Look at the window, and you can see that the security shutters are at half staff, kind of pulled down. When you shut them completely, it'll block out all light. Room seems nice and large. Maybe a new light fixture, a different paint thing, something on the walls. But basically, it's a very large room. For the price point, again, I think you have a very nice place. This is the reverse view. So the doorway on the left is going into the kitchen. The doorway on the right is going into the entryway. So it looks like there's a little step down from the street level, and then there's a staircase going up to the second level. Here it is in the inset photo. So that's going down into this living room area. The rest of the staircase goes up to the right to the bedrooms. Even the stairwell and stuff looks like it's in very good shape. The walls are painted nice. There's no staining. The woodwork is in very good shape. The stone floor, I actually like that stone floor. It looks like natural laid stone. Very nice. So this is the first of the bedrooms. Easily would fit a king-size bed. That may be a queen. Hard to tell with the photos and the lenses they use. Again, it has security shutters, which is nice because you can have a blackout room if you need it. And the room, like everything in this house, is in excellent shape. Just a reverse view of the same room. It'd look a lot nicer. I always feel like the furniture is a little oppressive, but it's a nice sized room and you could do with it whatever you want. Bathrooms, very, very nice size. You got room for a washing machine for your clothing. The shower looks like it's pretty big because you have one of those anti-fall chairs in it, so it must be large. You can see the caldaya, the heater, water heater there on the right side. And the rest of the place looks like it's in good shape. There's a better shot of the shower. No bathtub, I'm sorry, but it does have a very nice shower, so that's something. Bidet, toilet, everything you need. And this is the second very large bedroom on the second floor. Even has a little crown molding. Really nice. You know, this would be a great house for someone that wants to come in and do a little light DIY, do-it-yourself fix-up. And again, I would have to have some art or something going on the walls. It looks a little sterile, but it's a very nice canvas to work with. Just one last view of the room. The windows look like they're in good shape. I can't tell from the photos if they're single pane or double pane, but they look like they're in good shape, so they should be good to go. And then this is like a cantina, like a storage area and a workroom that's underneath the house. That little table is in front of the front door. Just a nice little place. Looks like they have a ramp there. Maybe this was ADA accessible, at least for the ground floor. Then upstairs we have that wraparound terrace coming off of one of the bedrooms. And it is a pretty big terrace. It'd be nice to have that just for sitting out in the shade in the summertime. So here's the rental, guys. It's a 120 square meter or roughly 1,300 square foot house, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, allows pets, believe it is furnished, and it's a nice looking house. It is hard to find a rental, especially one for 750 euros a month. This has a parking area. It's very secure. It looks very nice on the inside. Here's some things to keep in mind. For every 100 listings for things for sale, there is one rental. One. There were 0 rentals available in Torrita di Siena, while there was about 200 properties for sale. So it's very difficult to find a long-term rental online. You're much better off driving around, looking for signs, meeting people, and telling everybody that you meet that we want to rent a long-term rental when we move here in 2 months or 5 months or whenever you're coming. That's the way you're going to find good deals and find something that's available. I wish I would have had better photos than these to show you, but I only have what's in these listings. It would be virtually impossible for me to go find something that is for rent for $700 a month and convince the owners to let me come in their home and videotape. This is the best I can do. But I think you get the idea. This is a nice area. We're actually looking at a house in this town right now for ourselves. So it's a nice area. It's very close to Montepulciano. It's very close to a freeway on-ramp, less than 15 minutes. There's bus service. There's all sorts of shops around. So it's a nice place to live. 750 euros a month for a furnished house in a nice little area is a heck of a deal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you need me, you know where to find me. Ciao.